I'm like this. I get Gulu of a country, the other, Sanchez, and Lucy, combat of a shag is. Don't be cheated, say is. Send your guardian, that's any, your shag is that. My folder, Abundiva. Cherry, Java, your little key is that. On the little Sunday.
So just ensured that we, cultivate the Bodhicitta motivations, which is to, aspiring, an aspiration to achieve the state of Buddhahood to benefit all sentient beings, and in order to, or for this reason, for this purpose, so we should think that we listen to these Dharma teachings, and so in fact, to think that we are here for and for the cultivating or developing bodhicittas, and so it's important to start this the practice with the bodhicitta motivations.
That's the other key said the Bakichi Senayata, pet partner by the pet energy, Tonji Chimmy Cheng Remade, Queen Cheng Madison, Bata, show you send her to New Ade. The senses they are tangent them, but don't want to not wrong Chegi, said the shade. They shade, they never the card, they never so much about me, the next day that's what you is, there, the motivation, and the sense tongue. Said Malay said they are tangent them, don't want to not wrong, also shoot which language. Show my ninja go. Tani Jelly, Tatani, Niba, Roland, the Tana Rola, Saja Colan, the Loju, Saja Cola, you met. What is an a shake a day, the good day. So judge your compulsion to Sedition Tona, yes, Saint Tonjes, they are Tonjes, they were doing travel shares and do on the three, shall you say in the Balag Dua, that top part never wrong in a Saint Tonjes, they are Tonjes, doing a third, that wrong shaggy, said Lord, the hatches, jet, the Mundaj, tended and Dua. Then you locate Gigi, he paid Hachu Judge Muluashi or Sandua, that's something to do. So the taking into account of what is this the bodhicitta mind that we cultivate within ourselves, so which is really the a pure wish to achieve the complete enlightenment. So in order to benefit all sentient beings, and so therefore with the cultivation of such motivation, so we are leaving some sort of such a profound the impact in our mind, such a the imprint in our mind, which is to for achieving such the state of Buddhahood to benefit all sentient beings. So considering this, so you can understand that as it is said in the many scriptures, that even such a mind, the bodhicitta mind, is generated for even an instance. There's a tremendous great benefits from that. And so in fact, if we have, it is said that if we have to explain describe all the benefits of bodhicitta mind, then it's really only the mind of a Buddha, which is the omniscient mind of the Buddha, is the only one which has the capacity to comprehend the extent of the benefit of this bodhicitta mind. So therefore, this as to the cause of such bodhicitta mind, so it is really the rooted in this cultivation of like a love, which is a genuine wish or a thought of
wishing all other sentient beings to have happiness, to possess happiness, and then the compassion, which is wishing all sentient beings to be free of all sufferings, and so grounded in that, and also, how, before, we the bodhicitta mind is generated, then we have to develop this love and compassion to the extent where it is not just merely a wish, wishing, that for other to have happiness or be free from suffering. So rather, you generate this strong sense of some responsibilities, which is called as a superior intentions. So which is not only you wish, that you strongly wish, strongly take upon this such a responsibility to place all being on happiness and to free them from sufferings. And then how this, if you look at how this then superior intentions, then how this one lead one to cultivate this bodhicitta mind, because as we having generated the superior intentions, so which really you have as far as your intention goes, so you want to act your thought of benefiting others, and however you're realizing that your limitations, your inability to fulfill these your wish for benefiting others. So therefore, through this, then as we examine how we can fulfill this thought of benefiting all beings, then you realize that you need to achieve the complete enlightenment. So therefore, it's called as an bodhicitta is an aspirations for achieving the complete enlightenment to benefit all sentient beings.
Then ya then she to yola jiba se that Jimmy Fashala Bandata, Sri Fashala Bandota, La J Fashala Banda son to the ra, then to share the Shun Sabajing. Munia, young. Ra, the more Meso Duma, young. Ra Talapano, so Nesso Tiger, legendary Noja Yapo, Tabaji. Then Kwan Quas and Duma Surgeon, Sejono, Kwan Quad, that is sort of Zini, Quale Tiger, any all Tande Sheni, then angels over Nobatabaji, laying that. Angels over Nobatabaji, a wrong chiva, Chitakota, and some news, and then that's in your church say that is the Remaja Ajan, and Shamba Nija Jones, then last no share, days of the dinner, should you tell the Bashi. The Vasha says, should you say, that is, Mate, then give us a sense of Komoto, give a teacher that Jal Malan, you are Malan, so much should you say, you are should look. Never can you send them that, and this is that, she said alone, then 30,000, that's on the other town.
So we can see not only then we just stopped at the cultivations of this bodhicitta mind, but then also in order to benefit the other sentient being, then you engage. We engage after generating bodhicitta mind, then you engage in the six, the perfections, six, perfections, states of perfections. So there is, in short, so there is we have the, in order to benefit all sentient beings, so we cultivate as a intentions, initially as a motivation factor, so we cultivate this bodhicitta mind, and then as a to as a deeds, then we, engaging in these 6 perfections. So, this is what we have been studying about the 6 perfections, of which we finished about the first 2 perfection of giving and the moralities, and we are now currently discussing on the perfection of patience. So then furthermore, and also furthermore, how if we even go further to the various stages of the development of the bodhicitta mind, then it is also necessary for us to meditate upon these various the situation of the various existence, various realms, such as the lower realms, and really recognizing all the sufferings there, and how it is necessary for in order to free oneself from all the sufferings, or to close the door for ones to take rebirth in that. So you have to engage in the follow the practice of the law of cause and effect, or the karma, and then not only that, how understanding that even merely freeing oneself from the lower rebirth is not enough, but rather still one must free oneself from the entire cyclic existence, because as long as one is not free from that, so one is still subject to the nature of suffering. So in this way, how you cultivate the necessary to cultivate the renunciations. So it is kind of this stage by stage meditation, and then eventually you after cultivation of renunciation, then from there, then you we start to cultivate the love and compassion and so forth, and which the culminating to in the bodhicitta mind, and then as a intentions, as a thought, and then engaging in the bodhisattva's deeds.
마자 로제선을 시소를 써서 다음에 송아래 되니 나 시소에 대추시 생각에 로유 아버지야래 그러다세 되는게 엄마 라이만 되니 로서 넣어서게 다 샤지 포로가 치대 아무가다 뭐녀시갈래 딩하지로 그간으로 들어 내가를 다때 마치 로네 가도 분노져서 지어래 다들 당연히네서 치서던 더러래서 당이 띵걸더니 세주셔라 자가 지야래 다 시험 그다 다 내면 로지 다 대시험 그다 내내내 당아도 제바지 봐다 대시험 못해서 고생 녀모 언제 봐 나도니 저저세 셔봐 대세 대다 예릴라 내면서 저다리세 좀 저단여 세대 계속하는 로서서 얘는 내지면 수야본도야 현주치 간대래 고세 녀모 언제 나도 니죠 세 셔봐 대세 대다 예릴라 내면서 저단저대 내면서 저는 예를 가서 녀모 오늘 로니 소제거든 안당에서 런투래 nensa tene zene ye ta alela neba shema she ka ta cheme de neba she res ta ke je ke sen ro so so az 다다 제가 갔을 때 되는 간도 제가 공도 아예 콜 온에 바티 바다 손대도 돼요.
So we're going to continue with the text, but just before that, which Krishna said not to mention, not need to translate, but to mention something about how in his very early young age, about between 20 to 26, okay, lost, okay. So we continue. So last week we stopped at the there's a verse from the Bodhicitta Avatara which read, while under the control of their afflictions, some people will kill even their dear selves. So how can you expect them not to harm the bodies of others?
다대하고 대하고 선도 되는 게 선도 뭐냐고 진취되가 되는 선도 완전 이제 책임이야. 그래서 사실 봐서 이제 책임이야. 가든 이제 마시는 걸 내려 제반은 뭔지 말이야. 다스 재미자 니고 되서 내내로 와. 저는 걸 내려 제 사들라 뭐 내내 걸 이제 책임이야. 걸 패서 책임이지. 디스 스탠더드에 와. 건 맞아 때 건요 하고 싶지 그래도요. 들리 봐선 도랑 가듯이 그래 잡아 대지 가서 잡아 고정도 녀모 잡아 온지 그래 잡아야 된게 못되고 제발 녀마들 소소들이 손도나 소소한 내용도 세바 마트야 소소 내용도 이다 다 세바 마트야 다 세바 고세 돼 이자 저는 되네서나 야본도 와서
So if we, think on this, the meaning of this verse, and which really saying that how if we understand, or recognize the really the true situations that is that any person, any other beings, who who are enraged with like anger, hatred, or any kind of strong force of any form of mental affliction or delusions. So when we understand the true situation, what they are really, that person is really going through, really experiencing, or what is really happening with that person, then when we understand this, then really. There is, it would instill our recognition of their situation, but rather instill compassions, within feeling of compassion, or some sort of sense of empathy towards that persons, and so there's no way that we will, feel like we will generate a sense of like retaliations, thought of retaliating that person or getting angry at that persons. So, so this is what this verse is saying. That so is advising here is that in place of when we confront such situation where someone is causing harm to you or expressing such a very destructive the thought or mental such afflictions such as anger, when we confront such situation, then really in place of, if we like saying, if you understand their situation, then in place of this sense of retaliation, then we should be able to to give rise to compassions and also at least to be able to prevent that situation to disturb or one's own the mental peace. So, and then the next, now the subheading, which is on analysis for either advantageousness or inherency, the anger is unjustified.
Da yalan tsewa shebi shete senjeje roje yeni yemba yemeni yebali mandai roje yena chowa mari de me tsaji seba lan chowa mari ba jeno se ra senje yela neba che senje koro roje yena no ngadu kola neba che kon choru kum dewa se 저 머리에 가지 매매더니 사시세 매일 생일에 콜레가 가서 사용 그래 채용 그래 가서 매라 그래도 자고 말아 매일 로저지 그러면은 매일 로저 거 차이고 콜레가 라바치야 매일 로저래 자 산책을 자 로저 이나는 다 매대는 빼대는 저 지금 머리에서 매일 점을 대세가 다 로제 네 처음부터 매 사시 세발라 처음 머리 바시는 매 사시 세발은 처음 매 사버라 스파스 안 그래 이자 내가 매 걸어 로제래 이자 자 매일 제가 제가 되니 가서 매 라파스 하시는 매 사시 매 걸어 로제래 소소 마시야 다 있어서 제가 야 공대 앞에 돼
So the commentary says the fault of doing harm to others either is or is not in the nature of living beings. If it is in their nature, it is wrong to get angry, just as it is wrong to get angry at fire for being hot and burnings. So it's as it's very clearly implied here. So we hear what we one way we can overcome this thought of getting angry at other person who bring harm to one is to understanding, is to looking or to examining whether that fact that they cause harm upon one, whether is it something in their nature or something in their built in their personality and their nature, or something it is the cause or instigated by some advantages, some immediate conditions. So as he's saying here, if it's in the nature, if it is in their nature that that because of that they are causing harm, then it said then it is not right. Not if you understand that, then we have to understand in such a way that such as like if the fire, for example, the nature of fire is hot, and also it has the function of burning, and so therefore just as how if we if you contact the fire, then it will burn and one's hand and when as a result when this happened, we don't get angry at the fire because it is because we understand that it is in nature. If we touch the fire, it will burning is the nature of the fire. So in same way, so if we understand if it's the causing harm to others, and if it's in the nature or something in the nature of the other sentient being, then just like the fire, then we it's just saying that it's not appropriate, not right to losing temper.
what the lover choa merite, lover in choa merite, Tawala soba nongala no di she di shenji ongi nongala choa meribishers, meriba genos, lover in lover the thing other nongada tat and tree, nongada tree. Ta nongal tree on the mid time. Mid side, the Mado, Noki Marwa. That's a tat and wrong on the Nima Gavosel, Tima Lega, Nima Gos, Noncado, Nima, Tima de Dura, Michelle, mother, then no share in business, share no tea, share, Ungi, Noncalan Trommer, no tea, Ungi share, Tang, and Tom over church, mother meets Sang Red, that's any younger, Felicia Mora on your balta, that's any say what, and Shinayo, no kitchen, Mother, no Cody share, etc. 다인 대고 매살 다 그러시는 농가 다 트닝하는 매사디 거 알아서 아 내가 모셔도 다 손 대통 저 머리와 전원 년도 손나 저가 돼서 다 신주 내 신주 힘을 대세.
And then continue. Similarly, if it is advantageous, then it is wrong to be angry, just as when smoke and the like appear in the sky, it is wrong to be angry at the sky on account of these flows of smoke and so forth. Then here now also the showing that the cause why reason why you receive harm from the others. So if it is something it is not in their nature, but rather it is they are provoked or they are conditioned by certain immediate condition or some advantageous cause, then again it is saying that then again there is no reason for one to actually to blame the cause of harm to that the persons, and just as how if the sky is like the filled with like a pollution, like a smoke, and as a result of that it can cause like a itchiness, make our eyesight itchy, and when this happens, so we will not blame to the sky. Rather it is to cause blame goes to the smokes, and likewise if when the in the blue sky suddenly it is overcast by cloud, then again we don't point or blame or the cause to the sky. So in same way. So the same logic. So it is saying that it is also not right. It is not justifiable to get angry. Even if that it is caused by certain like advantageous conditions. Also.
Senche roja, nghe bà no, no, Marie sauce, try Marie saying that, how could you? What they shared there, love the leg, Queen love the leg, he shared it, that's on the Senche roja, nghe bà nó, then one are you, try Marie test. Cardon, that, get by just, I call it time to by you, call it that.
And then read, thinking in this way, stop your anger. So this has the source in the Shantidevas engaging in the Bodhisattva's deeds. So which states here, if doing harm to others is natural for the childish, it is wrong to get angry at them, just as it is at fire's burning nature. So still, if the fault is advantageous and the nature of beings is good, so my anger is wrong, just as is anger at smoke's appearance in the sky.
Yes, that's the change you repair. Neither Jilla, Kongi, never la thought nas. 다 녜성하다 제 집안아 제学生 렐레데 나자동 있으네 나동 콜 저게데 제네든 저게 있지 제고다 현실지래 선토다 녜도 집아 공개 내발라 따나 머리반 처머리 받을 녜스 내바신 콜된 처머리 진 내바신 콜 저기 제랑 저지고 말해서 하게 되게 됩니다.
So, and then continue with the next one, next subheading, which is on analysis of whether the harm is direct or indirect, the anger is unjustified. So this yet giving one different perspective which to help one to overcome the anger. So in here, so if you read. It says here, if you are angry at the agent of harm that directly inflicts the harm, you will have to be angry at the stick, etc. So the as it says, so using an analogy of for example, of if someone like a no.
머리 바나스 말에 그래서 내가 셰비 내자란 천하나 저 유바수 소라요 고자제든 초기라시들 얘는 로다 그래서 거를 집어 제시한 나도 그래서 나도 그전에 집어들 봐 나도 고자안 초안 노제 전에 집어들 소리 그래서 그래서 나도 집어는 마셔 안 나도 대랑대 집어수 사대 모지어서 길아스 다 제는 내가 셰비 내자란 천하나 유바수 셰비가 chepa misel shebi chepa jada sheba la neba sheba la shedo ge jindi chepi shedo lan cho gishi jada yuba so la nye kodes ta tere nye kodes ta tere ta nye si neba shingali choron chona la jiba ishi shuna bana jiba shuna nada towa nye si nada toga jiba rwa rwa yina koda ji tere choka res 제일 전화나 때네 예바 대지다 대지나다 고자되어라 고자 대가 다 제거가는 컨트롤되어야스 다선 대동아 마반데 대고라 된 대바디사데 셰바 네바 셰바라 셰도 체비 시스 마데 네 네데다 네데 제는 네바 셰이체데 네자란 천나나 예바소 셰비 체비스 셰비 셰바 제다 유바전에 유바도 셰비 셰바제 셰바요 내가 셰바라 셰도기 진데 배비 셰도라 진는 저 게데스 저 게데 유바소 니데 사테르 다선 테르다 니스 진는 다 저반 중 맞아 저반 중 마 저반 용거데 콜 주고도 고단 주고제 다 젠토에서 고단 말이야 고단 집아 쉬바들 다 근처 제용 그 맥이야 그래서 다 되는 근처에 소라 니거데 사세레 다 가데 펜바 라티나 다 되는 다 현지 주들에 대 말로 뭐가 좀 만들지
then continues here, if you are angry at the agent of harm that directly inflicts the harm, you will have to be angry at the stick, etc., just as you are at the persons. If you are angry at the harm doer who indirectly inflicts harm, then just as the person impaled the stick and so forth to do the harm, so hostility impels the persons. Therefore, get angry at the hostilities. So, in fact, we can understand from just reading of this paragraph. So where it's just the raising the cautions of the when the object of our of our hatred or the anger. So if the object is something which is identifying the object which is something like whether the object is a direct or the indirect cause of the harm or the pain that we experience. For example, if someone whack you with a stick, so as a result, because of that we will feel the pain. So the caution is if you if you look into the direct cause of that painful experience, then the direct cause is the obviously the stick, and of course then normally we don't get our anger is not directed at the stick, so rather to the persons. And then, however, if you are the cause, if you are angry at the indirect cause of our harm, of our painful experience, then just as we can relate that person is the indirect cause, so as the person's the hatred which is within that person, which have motivated, like a hostile thought that person have, harmful thought that person have motivated that person to harm you. So therefore, we should be if you are directing the anger at the indirect cause of our pain, then or the harm that we receive, then we should be also directing our anger to the hatred and to the hostile thought that which is controlling, which is within in the person, and which is controlling the action of the persons.
Yes, so ni ko te se ka de pemba lan tho na ten she do ki me bis ni ne she do lan tho ri se ni ne so ba ji ba ten ta ba le ngi se de mo ta de ya je de jan ro de dal ja de dal che ja yong de zan de je de dal ja so na ta nge ne de ko kro sal sa ga nge ne to bo jang ke ko nge se ko to ga ki mo ta je 콜 못하다 kalama ki ko ngang kame ki jesu se ko se ngal kame ki jesu dan ta 되려면 도모 될 레용이다 더 철어서 대 야분 되세 ngene ngene 야분 되세 대선 대선 당 나도 파파 되는 ngene 렌도 이다 다선 된도서 된도 당 나도 되선 도랑 나도 대 제빈 열려 될 용거도 와선 되니 맞은 ng에서 걸어 살살서 되게 선 도는 나도 제빈 열려 용거 말해 내내 잡아 선 도도 야부시부지 라근디가 nganda 제비건 싫어 제비건 용거도 당아 저바 유네세 나자 도나 나 ng에서 다 나자 동게 집어 들는데 콜 처음인데 거기에서는 윤케는 고자들 정도 가르에서는 저바 콜 정어야 말에 고자 되게 유용거래 고자 되게 유용하래서는 가서 아다 고자 될라 놓으면 고자 되게 다시 저바 이마데 컨트롤 되어래 수선에 컨트롤 매용하세 그래 파파지 되그래 다 컨트롤 사사 컨트롤 내거든 그래서 유발라야 사고면 고자라 컨트롤 사고면 컨트롤 사사 컨트롤 내거든 대중에는 손을 야부 또나 저를 야부더니 다 손을 가서 또나 제제다 중에네 컨트롤 출로 자와첸로 그래 손 대통 되니 맞도 된시 내가 파 컨트롤 사더니 여기가 막 제 전부 되니 봐 손도다 그러면 안 되니 이거야 제 파지 근데 왜 자세 봐 완전히 좋네 근데 체르니지 체르니지 네, 내년 전부 제 용아셔 그토니 들은 아주 지켜놓나 사치 제가 알아서 내일 손도나야 본데 와서 손도냐 yes 하네 되네 단대는 말래 이거를 단대 됐어 나만 내가 해자면 내가 강갈래
So the engaging in the Bodhisattva's deeds says the stick and so forth directly cause the harm, but if I'm angry at the one who throws it, then since hostility impels them, it is better to get angry at hostilities.
다들 말래 그런데 당연히 라면 늘 말래 내가 유발라 먼저나 팽케라요 좋아 머리 됐어 머리 라스 라 팽케라요 저나 제도라요 진짜 Toa Ribala, the touch of the Manzabana, Law Marie Pigata, Law Marie Pigatine, Lord Shunga that's the name of Santo, Marie below Marie below Madrid. There is the task on upon the wise.
Then it continues, if you are not angry at the stick, it is also wrong to be angry at the one who throws it. So if you are angry with the one who throws it, it is correct to be angry also at the hostilities.
That's a Manzapanas, Lo Maribici, the Loso, Sua, Yembin, Reba Nova Tonja, the Subala, Nebache, the Trolas. There are Mariba, the Ribal, Nebato, Yubala, Yuba Con, Yuba Tas, Cozala, Montrova Shai, Shusa, Yeton, Yenede. The Bay Abulanga. And this church song of Lamazanga Yabushi was a lying there. Hacho Koji on Kabuji, Lang, Montoa Shai, Shusata, Yeton said. I didn't try is fun to yard, was that? Montoa Shai is a true there. The lie, you bought them, the Babola, Nesse, Yemeja, Meshepa. What they be wrong good be the Ribichiba shower, wrong the Riba shower, sir. They say, I may think my share, wrong and coke, Riba Coron good on this station. Ribich the Shiba showers and good be Ribichiba showers here.
So then the read, therefore, becomes certain about the overall sameness of the logic here and direct your mind towards not being angry at the person in the same way that you are not angry at the stick. So furthermore, so this just to emphasize that how the same reason why we normally you do not get angry at the stick. So for the same reason, then you can also to prevent to getting angry at the persons, as it says here. Furthermore, use the reasoning taught earlier that negate the idea that anything has self-control in order to understand that you should not differentiate the stick and the one who throws the stick by whether they have a harmful intent. So essentially saying that the person has no control, has no choice, but is totally under the power or the influence of the anger or the hatred within that the persons, in the minds of the person. So it's fully controlled by that. So therefore, it is also saying when it says use the reasoning taught earlier that negate the idea that anything has self-control. So that which we mentioned in early on, that how the reflecting on the fact that the person, the harm that you receive from other person, but the person has no self-control, but for causing in causing harm upon oneself.
No.
Yeah, which was covered in the last week teachings actually. Yep. No.
Never shall Jemeba Yunguma, J. Ebin, Jemen never shall Neja call a jetting with it. Neja Gay, Gelatana, and Troa Maripanas, Thunder Lender Shiva, Neja Shebi, Nuana, Jemeba, the Mativi Jelly, Mambi, Manjibi, 얘라 특별히 저리 쉬어 해라서 다자 건조하 네 안데 내가 달는데 거페 하고 생겨들.
And then the continue on analysis of the cause that impels the harm doers. Anger is unjustified. So under this, so we overcome the anger by focusing on the causes, various causes and conditions that the arousal that impels the harm doer or the to cause harm. So it's as it says, the experience of sufferings produced by those who harm does not occur causelessly or from discordant causes. So it occurs from concordant causes. So that is to say, from non-virtuous actions. So you have done in the past. So this implies the teachings or the relating to the cause, the law of cause and effect.
콜 내가 집에 진짜잖니 내가 신게 뭐지 아주 용원도와 더 내가 그래서 서서 내가 그래서 내가 서서 파 강이 마셔야지 너도 내가 신게 쉬워지 용원도와 너는 서서 내가 거기 용하다 서 내가 싶어 근데 쉬워 이 사진 내가 온게 내제라 오면 봐 아제 거기는 내제 콜라요 롱게 레드 먹을다 내제 소도 레드 지금 내가 지금 용와 그래서 내제 지금 콜라 롱야 말을 드리게 지시용도 하는데 야본데 왕에는 렌델 산토게 할 레스 텐데요.
So it says therefore the harm doers are helplessly impelled to do harm by the power of your karmas. So here the text really touches on the whole the subject of the law of, the function of the law of cause and effect. So and how this is also even in our sometimes even in our own life experience. How there we can recollect as like a certain situations where we even if we can't recall having done anything harm to other peoples, but we seems to be receiving harm from them, and they seems to be very unhappy towards us, and so this what as is said here in some way there we can recognize that as if the kind of the harmful action that you receive from others is as if it is all the influence or caused by the karma that which the one have created in the or your own past karmas. So as if it's not something that you what you are facing, what you are confronting. So we trying to recognize as if that's all the ripening of one's the result of one's own karmas.
Rola lele dennis, Machiko roll and sugar. Then try no Gaba Shate tell on the other.
So consequently, as he says, consequently blame yourself, thinking this is my fault and I'm wrong to get angry at others, and stop your anger on all occasions. So just in the face of such the adversary situation where you're receiving harm from others for no reasons, and then you can recognizing that as the influence, as something instigate or incited by your own past karmas, and so therefore we're trying to direct the cause to one's own sinful action we created in the past, rather than towards the harm towards.
Let's saw the Legala, no much do want to tell you. Jetaja, Dental Young said, Tenero, right, some tattoo and their Jetaja, on the Jetaja Javre. Magay Ledge, Jetaja Javre, Dental Young Kaja. Ra, no more there, I'm into their locality, but actually you get out the case teaching or rest, and then my young would attend it, so no tear to us, shot yes. That's been a sentient yay. So much no wrong, Lange, the roller never shall by yet there, dog, yanche, that's some tears and then change the laying that.
And just in the beginning of this paragraph, so there's a mention about the concordant or the discordant, cause. So in relation with that, if, for example, if we take an example of the non-virtuous actions, then it would have the primarily will have two main results, which can be like a ripening result, and the concordant or the result similar to its cause. So the ripening result will be normally will propel one to take rebirth in a lower rebirth in a lower realms, and but however the as a concordant or as a result similar to its cause, this can also happen even ripes even in a good rebirth, even if one born as a human, but one still can experience the result of like a non-virtuous actions, which similar to its cause, and this the result, the non-virtuous actions which have the primary or the ripening result of that, might one experience as taking the rebirth of lower, like an animal, for instance. Magay led the Senate, got the Rachitona, doing a Jamachaba, that's an issue to soon as some teton Rogua. Father did settle another pan never Samuel sit never young. Send the Gala, pan never sit never singing. Is that some teton Roga, that changes the red and
the Chencha, then Sechebi, never the jury, that sure, Millender, that should pay up for it. That yes, and Sechel never shaping it, and never tie up with reson. Gag, that call it dead dose, and revel dead mess. Is a son of Senizona, only Abuya Tandela, and was that on death of the race.
And then continue. For example, it is similar to the way that beings produce the guardians of hell with their own bad karma, and these guardians then inflict harms on them. So again, it's saying that when we talk about like taking a birth in the hell realms, and then where there are all like the guardians or the custodians of hell realms which inflict suffering on us. So it is not something; those guardians are not something which is something that other than one's. Something like independent from oneself, or rather, these are all more like projections or the outcome of manifestation of one's own, the result of one's own past karmas, and now in that resulting in that aspect and then cause harm. So in this way, so it says continue with the engaging in the Bodhisattva's deeds states. So I, at a former time, inflicted harm such as this on living beings. Therefore, it is fitting that who hurts others should receive this harm. So as it says here, so it's important to recognize, to acknowledge all this harm that you receive, suffering that you experience. So these are all the ripening of one's own karma, one's own negative karma, and so therefore, in one sense, so since the fact that this that it has resulted, the karma has resulted, has produces a result that. In fact, that is the indications. That is the end of that karma. The extinguishment of that result of that the non-virtuous or the sinful action that one created in the past. So there, in that way, so one should even take joy that it is now. That karma, the negative karma, the past negative karma is now finishing, is now exhausting in this way, and so as well as trying to understand the from this experience of sufferings and the harm that you receive from others. So also should be the motivate should one to think that. That I should not create any such negative actions, and whereas I should one should encourage oneself to create positive actions. So therefore we can also, even within in this kind of our own life experience, we can see how sometimes our karma can really produce its results so immediately. Like sometimes when we cause harm to others, then immediately you receive the harm back upon ourselves. So this is also we can from this we can also learn that that all the harm that we receive from others and the suffering that we experience in life. So these are all the result or the of the fruition of one's own past karmas.
Yeah, that's something. That's a person don't want to get here. Do want to gas? It's never tell you. Do want to jump again? Sure. Jump again. The same right. That gas said. Yeah, 대화시는 뭐가지 대화대 개할땐 시고 대화래가 즉 개하세 노를 대화시는 뭐가세는 다 생리래 다음에 다 되는 생리래 다 지대를 하고 먼저 대시 시바시 다 대선태서 시바는 좀 시바 등한 문제지 다 소소전 등한 내가 말해 문제지 등에 절라 건비나 등한 내가 말해 이제 등에 절라 차 비가 다롱이 예비가서 내 절라서 내제 절라서는 깨도 지시에서 jellatene kebaden chochishi ta segime da sondo dro sheba dunga mdeche dunga jala kombina koma dungi jelcha yedani ngane dunga de nge kaza de ngan dunga de ya ma dungi jel mo shu ngan ro diwa ro da ningo shu ro isa diwa jo sheba dunga mdeche dungi jala kombina dungi jel chabiga 다 롱이 예배거든 내제 더 죽어야 마도 예라더니 깨다 지시에서 깨봐대 다초 지시에서 다들 되는 면에서 배나서 냐의 수마도 저 라들로면 나차차 저 롱이 렌제 내 신나나 고시 라는 초아샤 다기 렌제 것이네 다라는 안는 논주대 대체는 생제의 대제의 생제 냥데나 다게 대다체다 말아서 사다 대생도 하지.
So then continues, and also the childish do not want sufferings, yet crave the causes of sufferings. So why should I be angry with others when it is my own fault that I am hurt? So just in here there's also one master who said that it gives me I welcome, in a sense, I welcome the happiness. So I welcome the suffering, but not the happiness. What does give me pleasure to receive suffering, but not happiness? So what this also indicates, that as we were just discussing before, that when we experience any sufferings and misery in lives, so that is the indication of the wrapping or the finishing off of our negative actions. So whereas on the other hand, when we experience joy and happiness, so that is the ending of the positive or the good karmas. So this is where the way the practitioners see is to they do not want to exalt their virtues, so rather they want to exalt the non-virtues, and so therefore, when they experience sufferings and pain, as that is the sign of the exaltation of non-virtues. So that's why they take joy, take delight in receiving the sufferings. And then they continue here. For example, just like the guardians of hell and the sword-leaved forest, I produce this harm with my own actions. So at whom should I get angry? Those who do not harm, those who do me harm arise impelled by my own karma. So if thereby they go to a hell, so have I not ruined them? No.
Nyato Malasam, Yenera, King Andol Kundasanity, Kundating Kola, Nyal Mal Tonlogra, Mala the Lobbies, Nyatona, Dagi, Data. Malas lobbies, and the good like some tattoo at that dog gets a Dutch and the malas or the shower with shiny chums and Male says Anna, tender, chidget, Vaje, Vaje, Magic shower, there soon say. That's it. The land shade, no, you take him, but then this. So, Mandeva said, Gong Shuba, the leg Shua, the Tete. Ye, Lere, Sana, Tenda, Chija, Pajama, Chija, Pajama, the Chija Pasha, Chamber, Pasha, Chija, by 10 member temperatures. Kaja, no true, Kaja, Janathan, Cherokee, him, I think him, I just saying that. Mother of Pajetuares, Pajame Pares, that's a Mevasus, tell Pajame. Mother and Mokor, Geshe Doga, Kaji, my shivers on says, this one I said, Shell Pajana, Lende Shell Jan, Terra, she him did. Shera, then Patares, said that in the Chego. Koron Wajanga, how I change my hand, no, I change my Ramana Cheding and tell Pajetu. The Shanghai we saw that, and I say, Senama, 1,000 dollars there, then the she no just do, so, ye tell us in the time, and try Marie Pan Tatin. Didn't let the wood level Tatin, Paje, Malas or Dagget, Malas, and the wood is out.
So then the text continue also. Shavova said, when you say I'm not at fault, it indicates that you, in fact, have not internalized even a bit of the teachings. So, and then the second, the heading, which is on analysis of the subject, the anger is unjustified.
Then Mazepi, Yena, then Gaya test. Then a casa ten, I read Gaya test. I got so. Nature and try share by the cars and Dunga, then Mazepi, Yena, then Gayas. That they tell wood run. Yenero. Nature and try to God, Nature never seen Dunga Chile, come as in Tantan, that teaching. Try. God is a teaching God. Mazebi, Yena, then God is. Nature Dungaji Legger, tell a Mazebi, Kurosha, take God is, that's the one. They would talk for Jason and they would tell us.
So next heading on analysis of the subject, the anger is unjustified. So they continue. If you get angry at a harm-doer through an inability to bear sufferings, so it is contradictory because even as you are falling to bear slight suffering in the presence, so you are aggressively creating the cause of measureless suffering in the miserable realms.
다 등을 맞아 봐진 천상가 레스 한 되고 따다 레고 대다 등아 참모실라 무제니스 당연히로 내정한테 등아 참모로 대라 무제나 년제 등아 빠다 매비 지저 nenja shevi sharos 당연히 내배라서 따다래서 맞아 내제 그 내봐 셰발라 초아데 등아를 맞아 비대레스 그걸 등아를 맞으면 초한테 가 이제 가데 다때 등아 참모시 맞네 나 년제 등아 빠다 매비 제 nenja shevi sharos 다 다들 동안 저 뭐지 저 근처 잡아 셔잖아 다 될라 때는 다 시시와 시세나 뭐데 다 참모시 맞에네 다 엔르데 동안 빠도 매봐 저 내때든 저 셔봐 얘다 얘기는 저 때는 내가 참모지 시시 코 맞에 와제 코 맞에 아직 근처 잡아 셔야 돼 제제 다 근처 띵 하도 계속 못하면 동안 천번용 저거를 와 이제 돼다 누가 주주들 맞아 돼. 다 손대배 리바 사보시지 동는데 와. 그래서 연락 내라 셔버지 동는데 와. 손도들 내자는 좋아 셔봐는 누가 맞아비 연안 되는 거 이제. 다다 누가 참모 실라 맞아나 인제 누가 저 빠도 매비 저 내때 시비셔로 다 그걸 잡아야 돼 내때 생기는 요는 대서 내땡에는 더 내때 생기는 아선 더더 뭐가 안 돼야 돼 대표 아부터 돼야 돼
So as it says, when it says here, if you get angry at a harm doer through an inability to bear sufferings, it is contradictory. So what is this? The word, saying is that it basically saying it's self-contradictory. What it's saying is that normally we lose our temper and get angry because we cannot tolerate. We are not able to tolerate some it's like a slight loss or slight sufferings from others. And so if we do not really, what is saying that to lose our mind to anger, and at the same time to not wanting sufferings, not wanting pain. That is as it's saying here, it is contradictory, and because it's saying that if we really do not want bear sufferings, if we do not want to bear sufferings, then what is saying here is that instead of getting angry, then we should be patient, practicing patience. Then, as it say here, because even as you are failing to bear slight suffering in the present, so you are aggressively creating the cause of measureless suffering in the miserable realm. So what this implication is that if we do not practice the patience, then we will be losing all our mind to the anger, and so therefore it is like the filling our mind with such a the anger. So it is like we are almost like we are deliberately creating such a cause of sufferings, which is like the compared to what we are experiencing from the harm doers. So the experienced suffering can be very like a measureless sufferings in the miserable realms.
Tena dana lumbo shada lumbo onyan rongi rola chen chete de chwa ma sho ba chen be ba sha de ngene de dingwa chma za ma je me na ma je je da dingwa chapo che denge jil ju de ta lumbo ro ra ngene so lumbo re de ngene lumbo ha jo lumbo re de so la pa ko ne de choi on de ma sho ba che gun de ne je chma che ma je ba che dingwa chma ma je bi dingwa cha bi ge de je de lumbo ro de so te tong le.
Then the text continue. So therefore induce a sense of embarrassment, thinking I'm very stupid, and work to contain your anger. So here when it says when we understand, when you truly recognize that how in fact if we lose if you get angry, then how we are in fact is creating a cause for a measure, a great amount of sufferings, and then and this is all, for the sake, or just because of our inability, to tolerate a very slight, very slight, loss or the sufferings. And so that's why it's saying how, when we look at this, our situation, and then we can see how fool and how stupid ourselves in, and that's why we just to think that how our judgment at the time is so in fact it's so embarrassing for ourselves.
다들 중앙 주면 들라 맞아 맞는 되나 내가 되는 야의 중에 저대는 아저대 초아래근데 레고면 쓰라 초아제 야의 저래네 이제 다 전에서는 초아도 그래 진짜도 내 마샤도 마샤고 다들 대란네 다 내려 산다는 레용다 다들 다 이제 제가 내비시비가 병원나 년제 랭에 전대버 인비 대뇨이나 년제 랭에 대 세바라 세바고 세바라 세바신나나 세바신나나 병화제다나 사드 마사시 세노모보 페이 코로기 친녀발라요 마다바 롱이 대바쇼이 셔다 슈반다이 내자라체 트다 게데스 다 내자 트다 세네 다 손테스 네르바 그게 내바티 시간 동안요 안들 랭해바티 세로아르스 콩에네저 안도 랭해바티 세는 좀 사바 전에 파슈데 그라스들스라 코로 갸뇨 발라 마다로 그래서 갸뇨 달라 따요 말이지 그냥 내 때는 나이 많이죠 사실 내가 대한한데 사는 것도 한대한데 되는 내바시 저 동안은 이제 랭에 저는 레버 인비 대뇨인 이제 랭에 세발라 자바신나나사 세발라 세그레사 다트니 제바세다 제바가 랭에 세로그레사 제바신나나 되는 다 디사드 마소시 세노 모본 페이 코로게 친여발라요 마다와 내세데 코로 친여바 롱게 디바 쇼이 셔다 쇼반다이 내자라체 되체보고 딱거 녜네 까르 콩녜데 까르 쳐버렸는데 라 그가 갱게 제바고 발라 때니 녜지 레전 제버도 바세 코로나 친내바쳐 봐 되네 코로게 아뇨 발라 따문데 나 친여발라 따문데 그래서나 서서가자 다들 사드 마사지 센세노 회화 여기 그런 다들만 내장 저기 세션도 다 되는 것 같아.
So the engaging in the Bodhisattva stage states, if I cannot endure even the slight suffering of the present, then why do I not stop my anger, the cause of suffering in the hells? And then continue, the suffering generated by harm is the effect of previous bad karmas. So by experiencing it, so you exhaust these karmas. So if you bear the sufferings, so you do not accumulate new sins and you greatly increase your merit. So therefore, you must not consider how harmdoers ruin their virtues, but view them as kind in that it is as though they are engaged in the action for the sake of clearing away your sins. So here, the main point is to see, to acknowledge, or to see the harm doer as in fact has been as someone who's been grateful to oneself, or doing a great favor to oneself, and in a way, the way it as it put it here, therefore you must not consider therefore you must not consider how harm do ruin their virtues, and how in order to even in helping one, then how even the harm doers is actually doing a great harm, or great ruining its own, like the practice of virtues, and even by ruining this, and this as if that harm doing is doing one's a favor. So which, as it says here, the how if you bear this suffering, so you do not accumulate new sins, and you greatly increase your merit, and so on.
Dagi dejo shada shunala nala dagi zeba mashena tele jemi teme jinda shi se tele trecha jendal zeba gana trecha je mere ta zeba gomi chot jeba rezo neja ten ngado zeba go yongo de shangye taba sue de ngado zeba neja ten zeba go ba yongo de ra soso geishin zeba go ba la ba de ngado geishin de zeba go ba yongo mu dia dala ten ngado zeba go ba neja ten zeba go ba yongo de geishin ngado zeba go tu la gre ma kola ten zeba go ba yongo mu dia dene te da zeba go me ga ta dene nge je le se de sa de ma sa sen ja chen mo sa dene neje de koro chin yo ba de ka di che ba da dene sa de ngene ka de che ba de ga da son de to de ro de de da lo je she man da la da ge che da zeba ma she na de le yan ba da de chen ba kan de ka di che ba so na yo ga de che yo da ba zeba go sa de ka di che ba da son de to se ya kor shera de kasibo shera de open ja lama to kwal to tsinde to mona de tsinde to mo tsinde ja de lu ma dong yo de sha
and then they continue. So the garland of birth story says, so we note here how Tsongkhapa first give the explanation, and then cite the source or the of that the explanations. Says here, I do not think about these persons ruining his virtue, but that he is as if engaged in actions to clear away my sins. So if I'm not patient even with these persons, how could I be any more unkind? So the as clearly implied here, so he's saying how we can see here the reasons to how we can cultivate a sense of gratitude towards the harm doer, or towards the enemies, because as even His Holiness Dalai Lama also quite frequently emphasized that how it is the enemies or the harm doers from where so we cultivate, we develop the practice of patience. So which indeed is very true. When we speak of the developing practice of patience, so it's not something that we can develop or lesson that we can learn from in terms of our practice, can learn from our like a spiritual gurus. So rather from enemy and harm doers, and so from that point of view, so thinking from that way, so you develop the patience.
Seba Sheba Teshi, Deni Gosa. Yella never do Troy Lumi Shersa. Koro never seen Koro, Troy said, Troy, the Sabi need the Chetap and the Chia said, Yesun Chia Shagre, that is the Chibari. Maron call nature call Zeva going, energy, legend, Java the Bass says so. Koro Alan, all never seen Kundroti, Sabbath thing, you know, no use, so part never she did. There's the apple they are. Sin never is social pet. Part other part never she said use. Other countries and come and road. Here's the issue that has on to the thought of lava going by the lava my loss and the shame, but order. Near lava my lava is the done this one. It's about it.
So then it says, and Chandrakriti's commentary on the middle way says, so you want to say that you are exhausting the effect of non-virtuous karma done in the past. So how then can you sow the seeds of further sufferings? So by getting angry and harming others. So so what this line is saying is also really in line with what we just discussed earlier on, that how in a sense when we the harm that we receive from the harm doers or from others, so that is in a way is benefiting or is helping us to exhausting the result of our negative or sinful actions. So therefore, for us it is something the situation. So it is something really seems like something favorable to us. But however, for the harm doers, as it says here, how then can you sow the seed of further sufferings by getting angry and harming others? But for them, instead of that, so they are, the fact that if they cause harm to us, and so out of their hatred towards us, so they are implanting the seed for their future sufferings, and so therefore they are not. In fact, they are creating the cause for their future suffering. So in this way, the true in that kind of what the verse is saying here, that is really the true person who received the harm is not us, but rather we have to see the harm, that really the one who received the harm is the harm doer themselves.
네, 아버지가 그런 상계 콜라라 녀파들 사자 콜라라 녀파신 되왕게네 말 컨트롤 오지면 되고 말 컨트롤로 서도 녀파인 건데 아직 얘네 대봉에네로 그런 상계 콜라라 녀파 사이 콜라라 내가 아니다 손 되는 소나 제 컨트롤 사이 같은 제등 가도 제일 못 돼요 다 로제 되는 제거 알았어.
So we can also learn from here that how just as we can understand how if it is very detrimental for any other people to show anger towards others. So likewise, if we should not get angry at others. So if by doing that, then we are creating the cause for the suffering for our future. So therefore, there is no, when you speak of the anger, generating anger, whether it's in ourselves, within ourselves, or we cause the anger in others, so there is no, benefit. There's no like a win kind of situations.
Amen. So yeah.
We have a tea.
Yeah.
Is that next Tuesday? Is
Tuesday?
So next week, yeah. Is that we have a puja on this 15th full moon day?
Sunday.
No, okay. Are we holding a puja
It's Sunday
Full moon day,
week,
Sagadawa.
16.
What day is that?
16.
On Monday.
Monday.
Sakadawa is on the Monday?
Yeah.
Or do we do the day before on the 16th,
On
on the Sunday?
Sunday. On Sagadawa kills.
that's
No.
is that tell college to what is.
No.
You call it to a condo there, Tati, you got Charles.
So on that day, Geshe would like to sponsor lunch, but he would have to rely on volunteers to organize.
That is this is Shanghai, which Trukati is king.
No.
She's that the milk that
No. And then after that, in July, then there's also His Holiness birthday coming up too, which is on the 6th of July.
That tell color the other can get
No. So the for the celebration of His Holiness birthday, then Geshe said that maybe you guys will be hosting a lunch.
Yeah, got that is that
So wants to make some donation towards that. Yeah, for His Holiness birthday.
Yeah, that's in the Nepalese. Saga Dawase, Dawamil, Saga Sabachongas, Sakase, Kama Sakase, Koshai died, Kama Sakase, Saka Dasing,
Tibetan we call this Saka Dao. Saka is named after one particular star, so which appear on that month. No.
As a trend to shows Kamayas and Tosayamana, Kosha is Saka Das. Das and Gando months ago read it. Saka says that Das and Gando 10 months ago read.
No. So no.
Saka said Das and Carcels.
No. So throughout the year, this particular star, which is called in Tibetan Saga, which appear in that particular month, and so we call it the month in Tibetan is like a dawa, so we call that month Saka Dawa. Yeah.
Saka Dai Seba Jonga Secret.
No.
Kun Saka Dai Seba Jonga to Kono.
No. So Saka Dawa is not necessarily; it's just for the whole month. Appear in that month, but not necessarily just on that full moon on the 15th of the lunar calendar.
That's Sabajonga the Sochivity, Tichenik, Sabajonga, Yangan Diversity. Then Sabat in the world, that Shukata Kigar. The Saga that this is Sonzo Yunga.
Tungat Sekelo. No,
did you watch the red? No. Tree is at our Kiga or Yangan is at our Kiga there. Sochivity said Kiga.
So it's very important month, this Sakadawa in the Buddhist calendars, because it's in association with the Buddha's birthday, which is sometime around like on the lunar calendar, on the 8th, 7th, 8th, and then on the 15th, then is remember as the Buddha's, the enlightenment and the parinirvanas. Yep. So in Tibet, the people observe, trying to observe the vegetarian on the whole month. So even in the market, it's very hard to find a fresh meat. You can always get buy a dry meat.
Yeah.
So it's very, particularly that month, so it's very auspicious to try as much as possible to engage in our virtues practice.
This weekend, unity.
So there's we holding Nyungne, right, this weekend.
Yeah.
So it's wonderful practice of purifications.
You tumbo dere kali count this. Jumadini apurang.
The people who have done the Nyungne, they experience that it's always difficult in the beginning, but after you pass that, the hard one, then you enjoy.
Very hungry. Just inside power. Then what that would sing? What that would sing? The Monday you gotta get up. Very very clear. Completely defensive. Very happy. There is a very, very complete, very happy. They all negative God, then God. Understand that? And the nigga is subject to the candidate. Come on, eh? Monday, how long was it? They were telling songs. Jadamala, Mama, the Manda, the boy you want to have which one.
Yes, some. Mentioned that how after they've done the Nyungne, on the Monday morning they feel very fresh and very different, even mentally as well as physically, and they can truly see the benefit of the purifications.
Angelica, Mama, and you charge it. Sorry, you're going to remind you, or had any there.
So a while back, I don't know, the Angelica who did a couple of weeks of Nyungne, while at the same time Geshe did some retreat down in Sorrento.